2021 Code Enforcement Board hearing. If there's anyone who wishes to speak at today's hearing, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Yes. Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, our first case is on page 6. Chief George Oliva, property address 1453 Northeast 15th Ave. Case number CE 18050772. Owner Gabriel Ocasio Davila. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio presenting on behalf of Inspector Alexander Borges presenting on behalf of Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Or it's vice.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, okay. Well, the city is requesting to vacate the order from March 26, 2019, order imposing and to reduce the fines.
Okay. To what? Reduce the fines to what?
Yeah.
I need somebody to come up here and tell us what's going on.
I don't know. Okay, we'll recall that when the inspectors get it together.
Okay. Recall that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll recall that one.
What's the next one you got?
Okay. Our next case is on page 2. Page 2. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Property address 1243 Northeast 11th Avenue. Owner Mark Steinberger. Case number CE 171-00827. This case was first heard on 7/23/19 to comply by 11/26/19. 2 sections at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are several extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is complied at this moment, and the city is requesting for the fines to be reduced to $1,500.
$1,500 for cost, is that right? Is that $1,500 for cost?
Yes.
Okay, did you want to speak, sir? Go ahead. You got to state your name, sir. And what is your relation to the property? Okay. Okay, do you have any objection to reducing the fines to $1,500?
I do not have objection to that. I just wanted to let you know that I'm very, very appreciative, sincerely appreciative of your graciousness in lowering the fines.
Okay, well, we understand.
COVID has been extremely, extremely hard on us.
Okay.
And any dime we have has been in profit has been put into removing the offensive materials and cameras and such. And
But they're willing to reduce it, and you don't have a problem with it, so let's entertain a motion.
could you reduce it more?
Did you want to say something else, sir?
I'm sorry, could you reduce it more, please?
I don't know. It's up to them. It's up to the board.
The administrative cost is $1,500.
$1,500. I'll entertain a motion. I've got a motion to reduce the fines $1,500. Do I have a second?
A second.
I got a second by Julie. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. So the fines reduced to $1,500. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next case?
Our next case is on page 1. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Property address 60 Isla Bahia Drive. Case number BE 21070027. Owner RRBLVD LLC. This is a new business case. Notice posted at the property on 9/27/21. Posted at City Hall 10/12/21.
Good morning, Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. Construction work was done at this property without obtaining the required permits, consisting of but not limited to installation of a drainage system in the swell area, extension of the walkway into the swell area, change of grading on the swell area, and the installation of artificial turf. City is requesting to find that the violation exists and give the property owner 91 days to comply or $50 per day thereafter.
Sir, did you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I'd just like it noted.
What is your name?
Sorry, Robert Funk, Bomar Builders.
Are you the contractor?
Yes, sir. Representing the client. He's in Maryland. He broke his hip and could not be here.
Okay, what would you like to tell us?
We have already removed the drains that are listed in there, and I've already removed the walkway that's listed there as well. Right now, the only thing left is going over the faux grass situation. They have attained Mr. Robert Lockery to represent them. He's been dealing with Mr. Gersten at the city of Fort Lauderdale, and apparently they have a meeting on November 2nd, which is why we're asking for the extension.
Okay, I know Robert very well. Okay, so do you don't have you admit that there was a violation here?
Yes, sir. The owner did do things. We informed them after the fact they weren't allowed to do that. We actually went back and removed it and put it back to the proper swale and so forth.
And do you think 91 days would be sufficient time to get it all in compliance?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Okay. I move that we find for the city and the violation exists as alleged and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by 91 days or
Morning.
1/25/2022, or a fine of $50 per day per violation and would be imposed and recorded.
Second.
I got a motion by Julie, or not Julie, by Chris, and a second by William. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, you got 91 days. Let's get it done.
Thank you very much.
Next case.
Tatiana, are you present?
Tatiana, are you there?
Okay, we'll have to come back to her. Our next case is on page 1. Property address 1400 Northeast 53rd Court. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Case number BE 21070026. Owner Oak Tree Avanath Coral Ridge Isles LLC, in care of Avanath Capital. Notice posted at the property on 9/27/21. Posted at City Hall 10/12/21.
Good morning, Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. There was construction work performed at this property without obtaining the required permits, consisting of but not limited to the replacement of the railings on the stairs and balconies. City is requesting to find that the violation exists and give the owner 91 days to comply or $50 per day thereafter.
Okay, we got anyone that's on virtual to appear on this case?
Kill the mics.
Yes, 1 second. I'm sorry. Mr. Nat? Mr.
Yeah.
Nat?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm trying to promote you. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, just want to confirm. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
hear
can.
you,
Please
but
start
we
your
can't
video.
see you. How about your video?
Oh, hold on. Bear with me 1 second here. Let me figure out how to do this. One second. I don't know how do I, hold on.
Are you appearing with your phone?
No, I'm in front of my computer.
Well, there's usually a little a camera icon that you can click.
Mr. Nat, you should see
Yes.
a dialog box on your screen that has to accept the panelist role. Once you accept the panelist role, then you'll be entered as a panelist.
One.
I've been banished.
Good morning. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can. Hi,
Yes.
David. How are you?
Can you
My
please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. You may go ahead.
State your full name and your relation to this property.
My name is David M. Nat. I am an employee of Avaneth Capital that owns this property. I am a senior vice president, head of asset management, and I am responsible for this property among two other properties in the city of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, well, the city's alleged that you've installed railings on the balconies and stairs without a permit. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
That is accurate, sir.
Okay. Do you plan on obtaining the permits?
Yes, sir. If I may explain,
Please.
Just to give you background, Avaneth Capital is a private equity company that specializes in ownership of affordable housing nationwide. The company is based in Irvine, California. I live outside of Philadelphia. I'm actually in my home right now. We bought these properties in a joint venture partnership with a group called Oak Tree Residential. Oak Tree Residential is based in New York City. We took over management of this particular property probably about a year ago. And as you could see, there's a lot of issues with this property that we inherited. And there's a reason why we took over management, because of the derelict nature of the property. So we've been addressing all the various different issues. We hired a company called Madrid Construction, and they started this project without securing the permits. We were told by them that we would not need permits, and we advised them we were not comfortable, and they basically said, "You're fine, don't worry about it." Subsequent, they started the project. We were told that now we need the permits, and we suspended the job, as well as we subsequently terminated Madrid Construction. We are aware of our responsibilities. We will take care of this.
Do you think 90 days will be sufficient time?
We are in the process of, we've hired a company called Cohen Construction. They have filed for the work permits. I understand the paperwork was filed with the city of Fort Lauderdale, and we're working through the system with the city, and anything that needs to be done, we will take care of that.
Okay. Go ahead. Did you hear the question, Mr. Nat?
No, I did not.
Is there an engineer on the job regarding these railings?
Yes, there is an engine. We have an internal construction company. Excuse me. We have sorry, my apologies. We have an internal construction team, and the gentleman has been liaises with various different contractors in place. And so right now, what we would like to do, and I intend to contact Inspector Del Rio after today's meetings, this meeting in particular, to invite him to come out to the property to inspect the work that was currently installed by Madrid. Our belief is that we're now going to need to rip out the railings that were installed by Madrid and replace it. We're prepared to do that, but we just want to make sure that what work was done. We want to see if it meets code or if it doesn't meet code. So that I intend to do that right after this meeting.
Meeting code would mean that the engineer's plans were approved by the city, and then the inspector can determine whether or not the work was installed in accordance with
Got
the
it.
plans.
So if they
My concern is safety here and whether or not this building is occupied and if the railings are resistant to 300 pounds of lateral force. If we don't know that, I would suggest you evacuate the building.
well, to my understanding, and again, I'm not an engineer. I'm the business person on here. We were told by Madrid Construction that what was installed does meet code. Having said that, we are in the process. What we would like to do, as I said, is get some sort of a ruling on this. We're actually do whatever we can to work with the city to make sure that you're comfortable and obviously to secure the necessary work permits to complete this project.
Anything else, Michael?
But we were told, just to be clear, we were told that the work that was done by Madrid Construction meets code by their construction engineer.
The structural engineer is the person to be involved here, not the building contractor, unless they happen to be a structural engineer licensed in the state of Florida. So we're missing an important component. The contractor may have done the work in accordance with projects that were approved previously, and it may be perfect. We don't know that, and I don't think it's the responsibility of the city inspector to determine whether or not that is done that way, unless he has a set of plans that have been approved.
Okay, we will get a structural engineer out there immediately and provide the study and document this for you. We're going to do whatever we can to facilitate this.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Chair, if I could?
I have a motion.
Go ahead.
Oh, the city attorney has a question.
Go ahead.
I move that we.
Go ahead, Rhonda.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the record, Rhonda Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. Following Mr. Madfis's comments, maybe a suggestion for the board would be to have this case come back next month so that the property owner can at least submit an engineering report within the next 30 days, understanding it may take a little bit more time to get the after the fact permit.
So
That would just be a suggestion to the board.
28 days to comply as opposed to 91. Is that what you're suggesting, Rhonda?
I'm suggesting a partial compliance with a notice to reappear. So I don't know if they can get a permit within 28 days, but my suggestion would be for the property owner to have provided the city with a structural engineering report as to the balcony railings that have been installed. Have the property owner come back, report to the board that that has been done, that's been reviewed by the city, and then ultimately the compliance will take a little bit more time as the inspector indicated.
Rhonda, this is Kimberly, if the board would allow me. Is there an option for the board to recommend that caution tape or something be put on the railings? It looks occupied and
just to be clear, the building is occupied, and there are a number of residents that are living in our property right now. And also, just to let you, I just want to clarify, we are in the process. We accept full responsibility. As an asset manager, I accept full responsibility for this property. We are in the process of addressing a number of issues with this building. As you can see, it's in a derelict situation. And this is just one of the many things that we are doing, including addressing the roof, painting the building, doing stucco repair work. There were some issues.
Sir, I do understand what you're saying and I appreciate it, but in an abundance of caution, as the phrase goes, of course, at least for the record, I'm uncomfortable for the board to, at least if the city attorney's office says it's in their purview to some posting. Somebody could walk out there right now and fall off. I'm just saying. So if the caution tape option is really cheap, And yes,
Yes, ma'am. I absolutely.
I have a motion.
All right, I have a motion that's going to be made by Mr. Marks. Go ahead, William.
I move that we fine for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by 1/25/2022, or a fine of $100 per day per violation will be imposed and recorded.
Second.
I've got a motion by William and a second by Mr. Nolan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
No, work
Okay,
it
let's
out.
get this done. Okay, Mr. Nat, thank you.
Well, hold up, excuse me. I just want to understand. Because I'm doing this remotely. I was not able to hear clearly. So what is the motion? What do we need to do? Do we need to put up the tape now? Do we need to?
You got 91 days to get your paperwork in order with the city to get the permits issued, okay? And if you do,
Okay.
then you'll be in compliance and the fine will not kick in. If you do not within 91 days, there's a risk that the fine will kick in at $100 a day, and then you have to pay the fine as well.
Do we also need to have a structural engineer to go out to the property right now to take a look at the railings that were installed by Madrid?
I would suggest that, yes.
Okay.
Start, get your,
And do we, okay. So bear with me here for a second here. Do we need, so if I get a structural engineer, do I need to file something with the city of Fort Lauderdale?
the plans, that we got to apply for the permit.
That aside, but I'm talking about the work that was currently done, installed right now with the railings by Madrid. Do we need to have a structural engineer out there? Because this is what I'm facing right now with, we intend to basically scrape the entire thing and start all over. But I am very sensitive to the comments that various different representatives from your board just said, that the railings may have been installed correctly, may not be installed correctly. And so there was comment that we should have a structural engineer out there to perform an inspection within 28 days. We're going to do this. We're going to do, as I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes, but I just want to make sure, I want to understand the process. This way I am not doing anything that is objective to the city of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, well, what I'd suggest is that you stay in contact with Mr. Del Rio about what needs to be done next, because the board really can't give you advice. We hear the facts and we rule.
We gave you 5 days to get it worked out.
Okay, perfect. We will take care of all this.
Stay in contact with Mr. Del Rio. Thank you, Mr. Nat. Next case.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.
Our next case is on page 6. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 1740 Northeast 49th Street, case number CE 200-20822. Notice posted at the property on 10/7/21, posted at City Hall 10/12/21. This case was first heard on 1/26/21 to comply by 4/27/21. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. Imposed fines, the fines are at $1,300, which continues to accrue. There's one extension noted. Hi, Mr. Nezovich, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Go ahead, Mr. Del Rio.
Is this 1740?
Yes.
Building Inspector Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. Permits have not been obtained, have not been applied for. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Go ahead, Mr. What's his name?
David is fine. David is fine, sir.
Tell us what's going on.
The permits are there. I'm a little surprised I'm hearing this. There is a structural permit. There is an electrical contractor for the electrical permit, a plumbing contractor for the plumbing permit. General contractor, engineer are all assigned to the job, and they have been working with the city. There is a wet bar and a kitchen and 2 bathrooms, so that there's a plumbing, electrical, and structural. And all of this has been performed by, not has been performed, but the permits have been acquired by licensed and insured general contractors, engineer, architect, plumbing contractor, and electrical contractor.
Well, if you have all that, then 28 days should be more than enough to prove to us that,
Excuse me, board, the permits that he's talking about really doesn't cover all the work that was done at the property. If we read specifically what this case is about, it's totally different from what the permits that he already applied for covers.
having heard what the gentleman, David, is it David?
Just David is fine, sir. Don't worry.
David said, does the city, have a position as to what they want to do as far as imposing the fines or granting?
It all depends on what the respondent think about the situation. If they are willing to obtain the permit for the work done, the city will be willing to give them some additional time. But definitely they either are not aware of all the work that was done and are applying for permits that are insufficient to correct the violation, or I really don't know what.
They don't seem to know anything about it.
There was a new concrete walkway installed on the front and east side of the property.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
The licensed insured contractor, has he spoken with the city and walked through these permits that are supposed to be done?
Mr. Del Rio has.
No, I never have contact with anybody regarding
David,
this
I
property.
think that's the next step where you need to be, is have your licensed contractor talk with the
Fast.
city to make sure that you have the correct permits.
I apologize, ma'am. I can hear you very faintly.
Yeah, you need your licensed contractor to reach out to Mr. Del Rio and communicate with him to let him know what's going on, so Mr. Del Rio can tell the licensed contractor what permits need to be applied for in this matter.
That is not a problem. We were to my understanding, I apologize if I'm not aware of this, but we were almost at the final stages. We were waiting for a final inspection for plumbing, electrical, and structural. The plans have been submitted, approved, and the whole thing. What else, Mr. Del Rio? You mentioned that there is a work. No, sorry, not that there is work. The permits that were pulled were not the correct ones. What am I missing? Because there is a structural, plumbing, and electrical. Which other one am I missing?
You have the case specifically said that a concrete walkway was built in the exterior of the property. There are also connections for washer and dryer in the exterior of the property, and you also have air conditioning that was installed, at least one air conditioning installed without permit. The permits that are applied right now for doesn't cover any of this work.
What about the installation?
Sorry?
There was a door installation as well. Was that applied for?
I don't think that there was a door. Internal door? Interior door?
It says new exterior door installed on the east side of the property.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
I have to check about the door, but is the concrete walkway that's a structural element? Am I correct to assume that?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
I was under the impression, and again, I'll check this, and I apologize if it isn't, but I was under the impression that contractor, which is Arpin and Sons, he's the general contractor and engineer, that they added that to the structural permit. But if they didn't, I can correct that. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, and they need to add the air conditioning, the door that was installed, which includes a new opening, and connections for washer and dryer, electrical and plumbing connection for a washer and dryer that is in the outside of the property.
Okay. And
Okay.
do you think 28 days will be enough time, sir, David?
Well, to finish the final for electrical, structural, and plumbing, yes, but we have to add these other things. I would ask you maybe for 60 days or 61, however it works, if it is okay with you.
Go to 91 days.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion.
Go ahead.
I move for a 91-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by William and a second by Mr. Nolan for a 91-day extension. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hearing none.
Thank you.
You got 91 days. Let's get it done, all right?
Thank you, sir. We'll be done.
Bye now. Next case.
Okay, Tatiana, can you please accept the move to a panelist, please?
What
Can you please start your video? Our next case is on page 5. Property address 1122 Southwest 6th Street. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio presenting on behalf of Inspector Jose Saragusti. Case number CE 200-20940. Owner Tati Konkretova. Notice posted at City Hall on 10/8/21. I'm sorry, posted at the property on 10/8/21. Posted at City Hall 10/12/21. This case was first heard on 4/27/21 to comply by 6/22/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose the fines, which continues to accrue, of $1,300. There is one extension noted.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, updating case as read. There is a permit that was applied for recently. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Okay, Tatiana, you there? Hello.
Hello, Tatiana, are you there?
Going once. Tatiana, you there? Okay, then, I'll entertain a motion.
City is suggesting a 91-day extension and stopping the fines.
I move for a 91-day extension.
I have a motion by William, a second by Terry. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Hearing none, motion carries 91 days. Good job, Tatiana. Next case.
Okay. Our next case is on page 1 at the top. It's Leonardo Martinez. Property address 2801 Southwest 8th Street. Case number BE 21060037. Owner, Eric Marks. Homestead exempted Diane Marks. Notice posted at the property 9/27/21. Posted at City Hall 10/12/21. This is a new business case.
Good morning, Board. Building Inspector for the City of Lauderdale, presenting case as read, Inspector Leo Martinez. I would like to enter a copy of the notice of violation, the supporting documents and pictures into the record describing that the violation since today's agenda. I visited this property on June 9th of 2021 and observed the sidewalk from the sidewalk that a new window and a glazed door were installed in the garage located in the rear of this property. No permit record was found in the city. The case was opened on June 8th, 2021. The inspection report was sent on June 10th of 2021, and the NOV, or notice of hearing, was posted in the property on September 27th of 2021. Permit BLD RALT 210A003A was applied on August 11th of 2021 for remove the garage door and add windows and doors. There is a correction pending on this permit from October 4th of 2021 that needs to be answered. And we are asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or fine of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
Okay, do we have anyone appearing on behalf of the owner? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion.
Sir.
I move that we find for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by 1/25/2022. A fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second. I got a motion by William, a second by Terry. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case.
Page 2, Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Property address 5535 Northwest 35th Ave B. Case number BE 200-20065. Owner, Bree Alpha Industrial Property. Owner, LLC, in care of Gateway. This case was first heard 1/26/21 to comply by 3/23/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are 4 extensions noted.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, updating case as read. There have been no progress on this case. The city doesn't support any more extensions. We are requesting for the case to be brought back as a Massey.
Is there anybody to be heard on this?
No.
I'll entertain a motion.
Move for Massey.
Okay, Massey it is.
Thank you.
Next case.
Moving over to page 4, Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1545 Northwest 6th Street. Owner, Budwadi Prasad. Case number CE 17020146. This case was first heard 12918 to comply by 62618. 3 sections at $10 per day per violation. Order recorded, not complied. City wants to impose $4,350 in accrued fines, which continues to accrue. Notice posted at the property 10/8/21, posted at City Hall 10/12/21. There are several extensions noted.
Good morning, Board. Inspector Martinez, on case and address as read. We would like to ask for a 28-day extension. For some reason, the defendant is not here. He keeps working on the process of these permits, and I would like to request 28 days just to.
I'll entertain a motion.
I have a quick question. This is the property that's been managed or offered by the CRA, the redevelopment authority there?
I'm not sure because I took the case over from.
Okay, because there's someone here representing them last time, and I'm still curious. It looks like there's an.
They are pretty close to.
They are? Okay.
For compliance. So
All right.
that's why, I don't know, I'm surprised that he's not here.
All right. No, I just wanted to make sure they got their occupancy portion addressed. Thank you.
I move for a 28-day extension.
I got a motion by William and second by Terry for 28 days. All in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion
Thank you.
carries. Next case.
Sorry. Page 5 at the top, Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 2179 Northeast 59th Court. Case number CE 200-70880. Owner, Claudia Perez, Ricardo D. Franca Perez. Notice posted at the property 10/11/21, posted at City Hall 10/12/21. This case was first heard 4/27/21 to comply by 5/25/21. 1 section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $1,300, which continues to accrue. 1 extension noted.
Inspector Leo Martinez, representing the city, case and address as read. Permit BLDFIN 2110054 was issued 10/25 yesterday of this year. The city is requesting the fines to be reduced to administration cost of $575.50.
Is there anyone here to be heard?
No.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Is that a complied?
Yes, it's a compliant. Permit was issued yesterday.
Go ahead. All right, so I'll make a motion to reduce the fines to $575.50.
Second.
Thank you.
I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Reduce the fines to $575.50.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 5. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 100 Bay Colony Lane, case number CE 21030031. Owner, Gayla Sue Levin. Notice posted at the property 10/7/21, posted at City Hall 10/12/21. This case was first heard 6/22/21 to comply by 9/28/21. 1 section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $1,350, which continues to accrue.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be imposed.
Can I have a question?
Has there ever been an extension granted in this case?
Yes, this is a Massey.
I know that.
You have no communication with the?
Nothing.
Madam Clerk? Was there an extension granted before?
Well, no, the
Okay, and you guys want to impose fines of $13.50, is that right?
I'm going to ask for an extension if there's,
Is that a motion?
I'm torn.
Are you moving for, are you moving for an extension,
Yeah.
William?
I'm going to move for 28 days. One last
A
shot.
motion for 28 days by William. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a question.
By Michael. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is it coming back as a Massey again?
He's asking for a 28-day extension.
Okay.
There's been no extensions, correct?
Yeah, I know. But they're asking, he moved to extend it for 28 days, which I
So it
think
would
we
come back
did
as a
that
Massey
on the
unless
last
something's
case for 91 days. So he moved to 28 days. We got a motion and a second. Let's call the vote.
Hold on a second. So,
I thought we called it.
asking for the 28-day extension, but we've had no communication from them whatsoever, correct? So why are we extending it again?
I thought she said there had been no extensions so far.
There have not been any extensions in this case yet.
So then how did it go to Massey or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know how that happened, but we're here at Massey, and so.
No extensions. I stand by my motion.
Okay, I got a motion by William, a second by Michael. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed?
Aye.
Opposed.
I abstain.
Okay, so it looks like it carried. So 28 days, so 28-day extension.
Excuse me, can we clarify that vote, please? I thought I heard someone say they abstained.
Yeah, we need a roll call, I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do a roll call, please.
Aye.
Mr. Madfis,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
in favor.
Ms. Ever,
In favor?
Mr. Marks,
Yes.
Mr. Beecham,
Opposed?
Ms. Laurie,
Yes.
and Chair Booth.
I oppose.
Still passed. 5-2. Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't ask for Terry Nolan's vote. It's passed no matter what, but Terry Nolan,
Abstained.
he abstained.
Sorry, Mr. Nolan, how do you vote?
Abstained.
Rhonda,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, I'm gonna defer to board counsel, but I don't believe a member can abstain unless there are grounds for such abstention.
So I was going to ask on the grounds of what, sir? That you abstain.
Because I'm just not clear why it went to it said Massey already and why it's gotten that far and knowing it's kind of stopped before, extended it.
So I think the preference is to vote one way or the other without more or less extreme circumstances
Gotta
for
have
you to
like a
abstain.
financial interest in the property.
Right, unless you have, there's a conflict or something. The preference is, sir, for you to give a vote. So if you're not clear on why, I don't think there would be an issue for you to ask maybe for a better explanation so that you would feel more comfortable voting one way or the other so that there's not an abstention.
Right, okay. Is there a way to ask for a clarification on?
One second, board. I stand corrected. It did receive an extension.
Okay, one
Yeah.
extension.
It has
In
an extension.
September, it received.
Then I withdraw my motion.
Yes, there is one extension.
Okay.
It just wasn't noted in agenda. My apologies.
So
Can I do that?
So maybe a revote? I don't know if that's
I don't know if he
appropriate.
can withdraw his motion now that we voted on it.
You're right, maybe not. I'll make another.
We can recall the vote, can't we? Those on the opposing side can request a recall?
I'll refer to the
I think so. I thought you would be able to do a recall.
recall.
Yes, on the record.
Right.
All right, well, let's recall the vote, please.
Or make a motion to
Yeah,
do
someone-
so and then do so.
Who objected to the vote? That
I
person
object.
could request a recall.
I think you should make a motion to recall, let everybody agree, and then revote.
Okay,
I make a motion to recall the vote.
I'll second the motion.
I got a motion by William, a second by
Michael.
Mr. Madfis to recall the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. Hearing none, motion carries.
Provide, and just for the record, the recall is because there was new information provided to the board.
Thank you. Okay,
And-
so I entertain a motion if anyone wants to make another motion.
Do we recall the vote or?
It's been recalled, so you're voting again now. Fresh vote.
We gotta have a motion.
No.
The motion is already there.
Motion,
Now we're just
we're back to the
voting on
motion.
that
It's a new vote.
No. There's
There-
been no motion to impose a fine for.
I'd like to make
No,
a
no,
motion
no.
to impose fines.
The
I'm-
vote has been recalled, so now we're doing a fresh vote, a start over. So is there a motion for a specific?
I'd like to make a motion to impose fines.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
What about how fine do you want to impose?
So there's no extension, that is gone, so you're starting over, so now there's a motion to impose fines. How many, did you say which amount, or,
The amount on the sheet, $13.50.
okay, the amount stated on the agenda?
So you're moving a fine that the violations were not complied with by the date given, and that you want to impose $1,300, is that right?
That's
All
right.
right, I've got a motion by Justin, do I have a second?
I second.
William seconds it, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
So,
Mr. Chair, just for purposes of Mr. Chair, this is Rhonda Hassan. You read the script, but as stated on the agenda, the fines are $1,350, not $1,300, which of course would continue to accrue.
Yeah, he did say $13.50.
He-
I read 13, but he said $13.50. That was.
Oh, okay, because I can't hear some of the members very well. Just wanted to make sure the record was clear. Thanks.
and a recall is not a recall and redo the vote. It is a stop everything and go back to a new motion.
Well, I'm hearing what you're saying, I
Need to
think
be
it's the
clear.
same. You completely erased what your previous vote
Okay.
was, and you're starting fresh.
That's called a recall.
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of
Okay.
recalling the vote.
We have
I don't,
another
Mr. Nolan I don't know if he's voted. I thought you were gonna say something. Did you vote or are you?
Did we vote on that? Did we vote on that motion?
Yes, you
Yes.
voted too. I heard you.
Okay, yes. So yes, I voted, yes.
To
Okay.
oppose the fine. yes.
Unanimous.
Okay.
I'd never seen this. That's in, what, 4 or
We
5
have
years.
another case, Madam Clerk.
Yes, we do have one more, and we have one more case.
Is that at the top of the
Yes.
page 9, page 6? Go ahead.
Yes.
That's the last case, right?
Yes. Top of page 6, recalling 1453 Northeast 15th Ave. The city is requesting to vacate the order from 32619, the order imposing, and to reduce the fines to $575.
Okay. We don't have anyone from the city testifying. You're just presenting that. I'll entertain a motion.
I will. I move that we find out that the violation,
No. They're asking that
Oh, yes.
would there be a motion to vacate the 326 order imposing and reduce the fines to $575.
what you said.
I can't make a motion. I'm just,
I have a motion.
Go ahead. I don't see it there to read.
26, 2019 order imposing and reduced fines to $575.
all right, I got a motion by
Second.
Christoph, a second.
Second.
I got a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. All right. What else we got?
Tatiana, I see that you're back on there.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, your case has been heard. You received a 91-day extension. So
How
you
many?
91 days. You have until January 25th, 2022 to bring the case into compliance.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Please contact your inspector in the meantime, okay?
Yes, I am. I'm sending contact people.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, what else we got? Anything else?
We would like to move to approve the minutes from the September 28th, 2021 hearing.
I got a motion by Terry to.
I'll second that.
928 and a second by Michael. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. Next item. Anything
Oh, wait,
else?
we have someone that just signed in. 1 second, but we've heard all the cases. 1 second. Mr. Ricardo Perez? Hello, Mr. Perez, your case has been heard. Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, your case, it has been heard.
Because I got the permit issued yesterday.
What page is he on?
He's on page 5 at the top. Yes. So your case is in compliance and the fines were imposed, were reduced to administrative costs of $575.50.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, then.
You're
All
welcome.
right, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
Have any other business to take up with the city? Or do I entertain a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
All right, adjourned.
The next meeting is.
Is there any business for the city? I'm sorry. No?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
This
Have a good day, everyone.
October 26, 2021 Code Enforcement Board hearing. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Rhonda.